Ma'am, you're not listening to me. I don't have time to research this right now. I'm telling you, I will look at it, but it's not an emergency
Okay.
at this moment.
Well, it
So I'm
kind of
gonna,
is because it's been sent to
ma'am,
collections.
Miss Meggerly, Katie Meggerly.
Yes, hello.
Hi, Miss Meggerly. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm in class now, so sorry.
Uh, well, are you able to leave class for a few minutes?
I've been waiting for an hour, so I can't really miss too much.
Understood. I mean, and we've talked several times. So what I'm looking for is where you are on payment. What can you pay today?
Well, I don't know, kind of just repeating myself here, but I still haven't found a job and I still don't have much money. I don't know, maybe like $20 today, but there's also something I'd like to talk to you about, something else that came up. Actually came in on Tuesday of this week and I spoke to a gentleman named Miguel at the counter. Because one of my tickets that should have been waived back in November before I first started meeting you had been sent to collections. And when I spoke to him, he told me that the first one had been waived, but for some reason the second one hadn't been. So I wanted to talk to you about that because those two should have been waived.
Okay, hang on just a moment. Let me look.
Thank you. You're raising a Jewish dog. There's three names.
All right, so my notes from so I'm showing that one ticket was waived on October 31st.
Yep.
And then the next note in the system is from November 14th.
But I believe the ticket was from October 6th. I got the ticket on October 6th, and then so if the other one was waived October 31st, that one should have been waived too. I can't remember his name, who I spoke to the first time. He was an older gentleman. He was not here this week, is what I was told, but
Well, my notes are not. I show that one was waived in October. In
yeah.
November, your mother came in and made a payment.
This was way before I even started speaking to you or had been making any payments. This was the first time I came into the court when I learned about this.
All right, so what I need you to do is, with respect to any ticket that's supposed to be waived, I want you to find what information it is. So I would need like a ticket number and what day it was waived on. So, and email the court. And when you do that, I will look at it.
Well, I have the ticket number. I have the date of when it was given to me. It was overtime at a pay station, but that was back when I was living up in the Mapleton area on Pine Street when I had my parking permit. But
Right,
during
but
the time,
the issue is not, it's whether it was waived or not. And so what is the ticket number and what day was it waived on?
um, well, if I can find my paper, it should have been waived on the same date that the other one was waived.
But you
Because
told
when I
me
came,
earlier that date was in November.
no, I said October. The the ticket. This was I came in like November. I can't remember when I came in and started this wonderful weekly meetings with you, but um it should have been waived because that first one was waived and the gentleman I spoke to told me that he would waive both of them my because I had a parking permit up at Mapleton for that neighborhood, but
So,
in the meantime, I purchased my vehicle from my mother and I got a different registration and a different license plate, and it never got updated.
Okay, so what I need you to do is I'm going to have you put this in writing to the court, requesting waiver of this other ticket.
Well, this
Um,
is why I came in on Tuesday and spoke to Miguel at the front counter.
Well, it sounds like it didn't get waived on Tuesday, so you're asking me to waive it.
Well, I
Uh,
told him that I was going to be meeting with you
I
today.
understand. What I'm telling you is I don't have time to research it right now. I have a 2 o'clock docket. And so if you need to put it in writing and as best you can remember all of the facts, email it to the court, and I will deal with that. Most important to me is what day it was waived. I'm not asking you right now. I'm asking when you put this in writing.
Well, it
What
should
day?
be on your whatever day that the other ticket was waived. Okay, I'm looking at my paper right here. So ticket
Ma'am,
number.
you're not listening to me. I don't have time to research this right now. I'm telling you, I will look at it, but it's not an emergency
Okay.
at this moment.
Well, it
So I'm
kind of
gonna-
is because it's been sent to
Ma'am,
collections.
Miss Meggerly, I can ask that the collection stop on your account. I can ask you that. And that's not an issue anyway. Ultimately, we can get that taken care of. So I'm asking you to put that in writing. As far as today goes, how much can you pay?
I gave you $20. Like I said, I'm still in school. I still don't have a job. I've actually left my parents' house since the last time I talked to you back in December. So it's actually been kind of hectic for me recently. So, like I said, I've been repeating myself.
And I've been repeating myself. And what I've told you is we need you to work away at this.
Well, I'm not
So-
entirely sure how you expect me to do that.
I expect you to earn money. You know, before you've done some babysitting. Certainly, I don't know why it is you can't find a job, but you owe this money, and I'm not willing to continue extending your do not tow order. The last time you were here, I gave you a long time and told you I wasn't going to extend it without you working towards it. And the more money you can pay, the longer I can extend it. $20 payment doesn't do a whole lot.
I understand that, but like I've said, I pay for my car insurance with the very few funds that I have left that I saved before I started school.
And I hear you. I hear you're saying the same thing over and over again. I hear you, but you need to earn some money and pay this down. It's not going to be postponed until you finish school and get a job.
Okay, it's just kind of difficult. I mean, trying to succeed
I
at one
understand.
thing while also trying to do another thing, which then puts me in the position where I potentially fail another thing. I mean, you can't succeed at your job if you're trying to find another one, can you?
Well, I've certainly done that before, but also if it's so financially difficult, I don't know what the situation is, but it doesn't sound like moving out of your parents would have been the best thing for you to do. Like,
Well, like I
maybe there's
said, I
some.
feel like you have unrealistic assumptions about the relationship that I have with my parents, even though my mother was involved at first.
Your mother
Does
was
not
very
mean that
involved.
does not mean that she's willing to help me.
And that's fine, but you still owe this money and you need to work to pay it down.
Well, like I said, I still have not been able to find a job and I've been rejected. I've been applying online and like you said, people want to see online applications more so than they do in person. I've been doing both and I still have not received any callbacks. And I've applied to over, I'd say 70 jobs in the Boulder area, out in Louisville and Lafayette and Denver. I cannot find anything because my schedule restricts that ability.
But what you've told me is that you're available on the weekends. So there are lots of places that will take people who will work on the weekends. So you just
Not
got to keep,
entirely.
ma'am, my courtroom, okay? You need to work towards that. If you want to pay $20 today, I will give you 2 weeks. But that doesn't mean every time you pay $20, I'm giving you 2 weeks. The only reason I'm giving you 2 weeks now is because we're not having a docket next week. So I will take your $20 payment. You have a do not tow order until the 24th. But again, I cannot say this strongly enough. You need to work down on this. You've got to do more than $20 at a time. Your balance is still in the hundreds of dollars.
And
So,
I've paid a couple $100 to you as well. And I'd like to mention that I've been sitting here for over an hour and a half, missing school, missing my class, waiting. And I've been doing this for the past 6 or 7 weeks with you. And it's really, really harming my
Ms.
education.
Ms. Meggerly, I understand you're frustrated. I'm frustrated too. I am frustrated too. But that's how it's going to have to be. You want something that I am not willing to offer you. You basically want me to postpone everything. The fact of the matter is you earned these tickets. So, and you need
But
to pay
I also
for them.
believe that I've stated to you that the tickets that I did get, I did pay for my parking. I was not back on time. The tickets were from 2023 and I never got notice until late November of 2025. Also,
There would have been tickets put on your car, ma'am, which I've also told you. So,
well,
you
I don't
have
want to bring this up either, but I feel like it is a matter that has to be said. When I first came to the counter and spoke to that gentleman who helped me waive those 2 tickets that were supposed to be waived, he told me that because my tickets were on the hill, kids, college students were going around pulling tickets off of people's windshield as a joke. He told me that.
and
a
we've
member of
talked
your
about that.
court.
And you're welcome to put that in your writing that you're going to send to the court. So with respect to the ticket that he said that somebody told you was going to be waived, give me that information. So I need to know which ticket it is, and I need to know what day it was you were told it was waived. And it sounds like I purportedly waived it.
No, it wasn't you. It was the gentleman at the counter down the hall.
Okay, so give a description of that person. And one thing I will tell you though is if there's not a note in my system that that particular ticket got waived, then it's, I'm looking for a mistake is what I'm telling you. The other thing I will tell you, Ms. Meggerly, is, I am willing to work with you some on these tickets, but I need you to work with me. So it's not that, I'm not flexible at all. I need more of an effort on your part.
I mean, I feel like you've been telling me that, and there hasn't been any leniency with these tickets in my current situation. You keep telling me that I need to make a payment with the money that I don't have.
I hear you, but occasionally you have been able to get a babysitting job. And like I said, it's, there are places that will hire people for the weekend. So, all right. So I'll look for a $20 payment today.
Yeah, so what's the email that I have to send this into?
You'll have to wait a minute. Nick has left the courtroom and I don't know what that email is off the top of my head. So when Nick comes back to the courtroom, he can send that information to you in the chat. All right. Okay, Nick, Miss Meggerly needs the information where she can send her payment.
Okay.
If you can send that information to
No,
her.
I'm not asking for where to send my payment. I'm asking the email address to where I can fight this ticket that got sent to collections, which wouldn't have been sent to collections.
I understand
ma'am.
you now. So he'll send you that information. So the B-Desk email.
Okay, sure.
Thank you.
Your Honor, Attorney Jude Ramirez will be the first case
Thank
on
you.
our 2 p.m. docket.